Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Aaron Fletcher, and I'm the principal here at Liberty High School. And I'd just like you to welcome everybody to our 7th annual Halloween concert. How many of you are just here for the music? How many of you are here for the candy? Yes, we got music and we have candy tonight. So we have our jazz band, our 7th and 8th grade band, and then our 9 through 12 band that's going to perform tonight. For those of you that don't know, I'd like to introduce Mr. Logan Terry. Come on out here, Mr. Terry. Tonight is special for Mr. Terry. This is his first ever concert that he will direct solo. So we're in for a good show. And I don't think he imagined doing it dressed up like Harry Potter. So with that, I hope you enjoy the evening. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Terry. Have fun and good luck.
All right, hello guys. So like you said, this is my first ever concert, just doing it by myself. Before this, I student taught down in Colfax. I know, boo, rival school, all of that stuff. But that's where I student taught, and I did some things there, but it was never just like fully myself. So yeah, this is my first time, but I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be a very good performance, and I think you'll like everything that we have for you. All right? So up first we have our jazz band, and with jazz band, this band meets every morning from 7:15 till 8:05 a.m. It's real early. They hate getting up that early, but it's really fun music and they love the music. So our first song that we're gonna do is called Little Sunflower. It's a famous Freddie Hubbard tune. And this one was raised by Mike Kamoof, and in this you're going to hear Jake Harward on guitar soloing, Thomas Hay on trumpet, Grace Hymas on tenor sax here, and then a little bit from Colin Digenhart on drums. done. Our second song is going to be a nice medium shuffle groove called Groove Merchant. This one is by Jerome Richardson. And this one is going to feature our saxophone section during a big solo, and then also feature our brass section back in the back there. That was Colin Dagenhart on the drums again, or as he is right now, Cowlin Dagenhart. And our last song for tonight for the jazz band is going to be Watermelon Man. This one is a famous Herbie Hancock tune. And from this one, you're going to hear Grace Hymas on tenor sax, Owen Johnson on alto, and then a little bit from Monty Harward back on drum set.
Thank you.
Another round of applause for your Liberty Jazz Band.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here to support our talented Liberty Music kids. First off, Mr. Terry, welcome to the Liberty School family. We're so glad to have you. My name is Ashley, and I am the treasurer for the Music Booster, and I'm really excited to announce one of our first two-part fundraiser that we're doing. So first, we're doing a raffle. Starting in November the 17th, we're gonna start selling raffle tickets. The music kids will help with this. They're $5 a piece, but if you buy in bulk, you get a discount, so buy a lot. You do have to be 18 and over to purchase them. So. Then the second part is on December 10th, our Christmas concert. We'll be holding a silent auction. And so you have to be 21 and over to do that, but it'll be a fun night of music and bidding and some holiday cheer, all to support our music program. We are still looking for donations, so please, if you know anybody that needs a tax write-off, let me know, and we'll get that set up. And all the proceeds go to support our awesome music kids. So thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the concert.
As they're getting the final few chairs and stands set up, I gotta tell you a little bit of story. So this band, a couple weeks ago, they were asking me like, Mr. Terry, what's your costume gonna be? And at that point, I hadn't really started thinking about it, but I was like, maybe I'll be like Vector from Despicable Me. I was thinking about it, and then one of the flutes up here goes, wait, you should be Harry Potter. And I was like, that's a pretty good one, and you'll see why here in a second. Because I not only have this, but our song we're playing is called The Magic of Harry Potter. So they're like, you should be Harry Potter. And I was like, that's a pretty good idea. And then a couple seconds later, they were like, wait, you could be Terry Potter. And so since then, it was just too good of an idea to pass up, so here I am as Terry Potter. So you can thank the flutes up here for that one. But this has been an awesome band to work with. They are so fun every day. I kid you not, Colt every day comes in and gives me a present. AKA the last couple presents were a pine cone, a dead bush, there was an empty bag of chips one day, and yes, pine needles one day. So every day they manage to make, no matter how bad of a day I'm having, they manage to make me smile every day. They're so fun to work with, and as much as they make me groan sometimes, it's worth it at the end of the day. They're awesome, okay? You guys are awesome. All right, so we all good up here? All right, let's get started. So our one song for junior high that we're doing for now is going to be The Magic of Harry Potter. All right, talk to these last. One more. Ready. That is all we have for junior high for now. You'll be seeing a little bit of them later, but now we transition into our 9 through 12 high school band. And I just want to say this high school band, they've taken on a couple monster pieces for this concert. I was really ambitious, and they have met every expectation, every hope that I could have hoped for in this. So this is another group that I am so proud of them, even though every day when they come in, I have a couple of them ask me to dab or say 6, 7, all of these things. So a couple more minutes of transition, then we'll be moving on to high school band and almost on our way to candy for all these of you in costume. All right, our first of two songs with a high school band here. The first one is called Through Darkened Sleepy Hollow by Eric Morales. This one has a very nice spooky vibe. It just fits the Halloween spirit very well. So hope you enjoy. Our second song for featuring just the high school band is going to be called Music for a Darkened Theater, and this is a big medley of a bunch of famous Danny Elfman tunes, such as Tales from the Crypt, The Night Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, and Spider-Man. Hope you enjoy. All right, and our last one will be Thriller, as you see on the programs. If you have that pulled up, let's give us a couple minutes, get our junior high in here, and do a big Thriller, combine junior high and high school all together. All right, give us just a couple minutes to get transitioned.
Good over here. All right, call in. Good. Okay. All right, move on. Keep pressing in clean. Okay. Yeah. This is going to be fun. This is our encore. All right.
All right, like I said, last one is going to be Thriller. You all know the song, and I'm going to turn around some play and ask for some crowd participation, so be ready for it. All right? Thank you, everyone. Another big round of applause for everyone that's performing in the concert tonight. Liberty Junior High and High School. Before we go, I just want to say a couple of big thank yous. I want to say thank you, first of all, to Aaron Fletcher and Alex Sayers. They've helped me so much throughout this first couple months. I've had so many questions, but everything, they've just been right on top of it for me. And then I also want to say a big thank you to seniors here who I have been relentlessly asking questions like, what did you do last year? How did this go? All of these things, they've helped me so much. It's kind of insane. And lastly, I want to say thank you to Nana Carroll, who last minute came in to hem dresses for our choir concert next week. So big thank you for her help on that. And as I almost trip on things, that is all for tonight. If you have a costume on, we're going to start our trick or treat here in just a second and go up to a high schooler, grab a treat from them. Other than that, a big thank you to everyone for coming out tonight. I appreciated it. Everyone here appreciated it so much. Thank you, good night, and go Lancers!
Well, it was still going. That was a big thing.